Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Today we're going to be addressing a very common oil leak on the L322s. This is a 4.2 supercharged Jaguar motor. It's very common for these engines to leak oil right on top of the valve covers. Most likely the culprit is going to be the VVT valve seals. They're right up top here. You can see it right under this air cleaner tube here. That solenoid sits right here, right in front of the valve cover. So there's one here on the driver's side, which is the left side, and also on the passenger side, or the right side here. Kind of hard to get a good picture, but you could definitely access them without removing anything. On the right side, it is right here under these coolant hoses. Now, to do this service, I will be removing the engine cover and the air cleaner housing for the sake of this video, so you can see exactly what we're doing. But you certainly don't have to do any of that. You can absolutely reach it through here or the front side of the engine, right underneath this air cleaner tube. And you can access the right side here just by moving the coolant hoses out of the way. It's fairly easy to do, but it is much easier if you have the air cleaner housing off and the engine cover off. Like I said, you certainly don't have to do that. Now, this engine, there was quite a bit of oil coming from that seal. This has been pressure washed, so you can't see a lot of that now, but we will be replacing those seals, and I will show you how to do that. I have the air cleaner, the intake tube off. So this is a variable valve timing solenoid right here. The seals around them tend to harden up with age, and it will leak oil around it. Now this one's been washed off, so you can't see a lot of it, but there was oil all around it originally. So first thing you want to do here is remove the connector. It's a simple push and pull, just like this. So now that we have the electrical connector off, here is a sealer right around it. So we'll try to put a screwdriver or some type of a flat tool and pull that seal out and push it up. So I'm going to take this scraper tool and insert it right under the edge of the seal. You can see how it lifts off, and just kind of work all the way around, and the seal will pop off just like that. Now I have the new seals here. I will leave part numbers and links to these. Fairly simple to do, very common on these to leak, very simple to change. So let's go ahead and put the new one in. So here I have the new seal. I've lubricated it with some dielectric grease. You can use motor oil or really any type of lubricant. We'll go ahead and put that right around the VVT valve, and just give it a push all the way around. Make sure it sits nice and flat on the edges. You can do this by hand, or if you need to, you can take some type of a flat tool that's not going to harm the seal. Again, it is rubber, but I'm able to get it by hand all the way around just like that. You want to make the connection, put the plug back in, and that's all there is to it. I was able to achieve the same thing on the passenger side of the truck here, which is here. A little bit harder to get to, but it's still up top. There's really nothing blocking it. So I was able to go ahead and replace that one in the same manner. We'll go ahead and put the electrical plugs back in, just like so. And I've already done that on the driver's side here. Now when you're tapping it in, you can use a soft punch all the way around. Another thing that works is find a socket that fits over, so it's not going to damage the plug end of it. I have 1.25 inch socket here, I believe, and that goes right over it. Basically what that does is it sits on the lip of the seal, and you can tap it with a soft mallet just so it seats flat onto the valve cover. so you're not cockeyed this way or this way, so it's going to leak. And that's all that does. Again, if you feel you don't have one that big, you can take something like this, and you can tap all the way around lightly. Doesn't need to be much. Remember, that valve cover that's going into it is plastic. So you can tap it all the way around, make sure it seals perfect, or seals good so there's no leaks. And that's all there's to it. Like I said, it is very common on these supercharged motors or the 4.2s that these leak, and it's simple enough that anybody can do. Anybody can change these seals. It's very common. I thank you for watching.